Welcome to part 4 of the Google Photos API tutorial series. My name is Jay. This lesson is going to be the continuation from the previous video. From the last video, I covered basically every single method except the batch create method. And the batch create method is used to upload media items to your Google account. And the reason why I decided to make batch create method as its own video is because uploading media items requires a couple steps, and it may take more than 10-20 minutes to go to the material. Now let's just take a look at the documentation. If we go to batch create, and if we click on this uploading media link, and right here is the upload process. So to upload your media item, you will first need to upload the raw bytes to a Google server. And this step does not meaning that your image has been uploaded to your Google account. Rather, once you upload the image, and Google is going to return a token based on this request that you sent, or API code you sent. And once you have the token ID, and you can take that token ID and, oops, let me go back. You can take that token ID, and if we go to media items, batch create, and we can pass the media ID to this simple media item object. And if you look at the request body and within simple media item object, it is asking for upload token. Let's see. So here are all the available media types that Google server accepts. So for image files such as photos, it takes basically just about every single format: JPEG, PNG, and GIF file, and even some RAW files. And for videos, you can upload pretty much just about every single video format. So MP4 is the most popular format these days, and MOV, that's also another popular one. And the rest of video formats, I've never used them before. And below are some just the examples. And again, noticing that there's no Python option available, but we know we can make a REST API code, and that's what we're going to do. Now that's everything I want to cover in terms of documentation. Now let's go back to Python. And this is going to be batch create method. So like I said before, to be able to upload image to our Google Photo account, we need to make a REST API code. So here I'm going to import the paycode library and the request is library. So this is going to be step number 1. Upload bytes data to Google server. And here, let me open my folder real quick. So my image is saved under this image to upload folder. And let's see. So I'm going to create a variable to store the image for the directory. And the folder name is images to upload. And here we need to have the upload URL. If you don't know how to find the upload URL, so if you go to the upload media documentation and under REST, so here's the basically the headers that you need to provide to make an API call. And we're going to send a post request to this link right here. So that's a base address. Oh, so I also need to import the OS module. And here we need to basically grab our token ID. So I'll load the token file, and which is this token file generate when we authenticate the permission, giving permission to the app. And I need to open the token file. I need to read the data as binary. And here I need to create my header. So header is just this information right here. So for authorization, it will be bear space plus the token and content type. It will be application and OCTET string. And for the protocol, X Google GOOG upload protocol. And it's gonna be raw format. And that's everything I need from the header. Now I need an image file. So I'm going to just call this object image file. And I know from the image directory variable, and that's the folder against or point to the my image to upload folder. And let me pick a folder. So let's say I want to upload this corgi image. So just this image right here. I'm going to grab the file name. And if we go back to the documentation, we also need to provide a header. It's not header, file name. At this point, you have the option to change the file name when you upload the image. But usually, I would like to keep my image name or file name to be the same. So here, let me insert a new property value. So this will be x Google upload file name, and this is gonna be your new file name. So let's do it. So here I'm going to rename the file name. Let's do change to Kuma the corgi. So that's the corgi's name .jpg. So to this point, we're just actually making trying to construct the REST API headers. And here, oops, header is not. Let's see, loads takes 2 parameters. Oh, so here I made a typo. Okay, so let me try again. So highlight line 202 to 215 and just run the statements. And I'll import the image file and append the new header property value. Now we need to open the image because here we only have the image file directory. And now we need to open the image file as binary. Now we have everything we need to make an API request code. So let's name the output as response. It will do a post API code, and upload URL. Data is going to be our image. And the headers is going to be our headers object. And headers. Oh, so I forgot the S. Now if I execute line 221, and, oh, I forgot to execute 220. Now if I execute line 221, okay, and that went too successfully. Now if I print response, I'm going to get 41. So that means I need to, let me restart the session. Let me go back. So just rerun the statements again. Response. Okay, now this time I get response 200. So I was trying to attempt to use the same session from last night, but I forgot that after a couple hours, Google server will disconnect you. But now we get response 200, and that means the postcode was able to execute successfully. Now if I print response content, and that's going to return the token ID in byte format, and we still need to convert this to just the proper string type. So let's do that. And actually I can do that later. But now we have the token ID. Now we can upload the image or the image item using the batch create method. So here, let me make a request body. And if I go back, from the request body, we can have album ID. So this one is optional. If you want to upload media items to an album, you can provide an album ID. And we have new media items. And within the new media items object, you need to provide new media item object. So one is plural, one is singular. And the album position. That's the order way we want to insert the image. Now we know the first object is new media items. And it's going to be a list. And we can provide description to our image. Kuma the corgi. For this other properties, it will be simple media item. And we need to provide the upload token. And from response object .contents, we need to decode that to UTF-8. Now if we send if we make the API code, so service media items batch create, and the body will be request body execute. Now if I just run these two statements, no batch create, batch create, and here's another typo, decode. Let me try again. So execute. Alright, now that image got uploaded successfully. Now if I print the upload response, here's the upload token that we initially provide, and here's the status. So let's print the status. let's see, get new media item results, and get oh, so it's a list, and it's going to be the first item. Alright, and he'll get the message success. So that means the image got uploaded successfully. Now if I go back and go to my photos and press F5 to refresh, and actually let me search by upload date, so recently add. And here's our corgi photo. So if I go into image and click on info, actually click that back, and here's the kuma.jpg. I'm assuming this is the image I upload. So let me delete this photo, and let me upload the image again. If I refresh the page, alright, so here's the image I upload today. I guess with Google Photos, maybe you cannot have a duplicate file name. But here, if we look at the new file name, so here when we name the file to kuma the corgi.jpg, here's the description, kuma the corgi, and as well as the metadata associated to this image. Now that's how you upload an image using REST API along with the batch create method. Now if we want to ease the upload process, then we can write a function to upload an image to Google server. So to convert the entire statement to a function, so let's create a function, and we'll call this upload image. And I'm going to have 3 parameters: image path, upload file name. So this is going to be the name that you want to use when you upload the file, and your token ID. So we already have the headers. Because we are putting everything inside a function, so we don't have to insert a new property value to our headers dictionary. And the file name will be coming from upload file name. And right here, we're going to repeat the same process again. So we'll grab these 2 statements, and I can just copy and paste. I'm going to print the upload token. Content decode. And we'll return the response. Alright, now here's our function. So if we need to upload multiple images, so here we can create a container, which is going to be a list, and the URL. Should I need the URL? Let's see. Yep, I do. So make an API REST API code. So here, let me grab the upload URL and token. I'll grab these 3 lines just in case. Alright, now let's say I want to upload this sunset photo, and this and as well as this Tokyo Sky Tower image. So just these 2 photos. So I need to create 2 images. So image, this will be image 1. Let's call this one sky tower. And we'll send the REST API code. So upload image, and we'll provide the image path. And if I want to rename the file, I can give a new name. So Sky Tower, Tokyo Sky Tower. But if we want to just use the file name, and we can use the base name function from the OS module, and which I'll show you when we upload the second image. So we also need to provide the token, and we'll append the token ID to the token object. This should be tokens, not tokens. And we'll grab the token. So the contents decode UTF-8, and that's the first image. And the second image is the sunset photo. So I'll grab the file name. Actually, here, let me do this. I'll use the os.path.base name and to grab the file name. So if you just print this highlighted statement and base name, not base name. This function is going to image. Oh, oops. Sorry. I need to provide the actual file name. Okay. So this will be sunset.jpg. So if I make a second response code, second REST API code, upload image. And this will be image sunset, and the file name is going to be os.path.base name, and we'll provide the image sunset directory. So this one should give us just sunset. Oops, image sunset is not defined. Oh, here, let me try again. And the base name function will return sunset.jpg, removing the folder path. And I will just make a copy of this line right here. Now if I execute this block of statements right here, and token is not defined. Okay, let me see. So let me start over again. So here we have the token, image file, response, decode. Oh, here I have a typo inside my function. So that was causing the issue. Okay, now let me try again. So if I just run these two statements, and the first one SQ, okay, and the second one is missing the token. Oh, so here I forgot to provide two. So for the second image, which is the sunset file, when I create a function, when I use the function, I forgot to provide the token object. Let me try again. Okay, that works pretty good. Now if I print the tokens object, And within token list, so if I print the total number of items or elements, I'm going to get 3 because before I re-upload the same image twice. Now, so let's do this. I'm going to restart everything from scratch. So we have the function. Now if I rerun the highlighted statement, now both images got uploaded to the Google server. If I print, so if I use the len function to print how many elements are in the token object, now I get 2. And we know the batch create can take a list. So here I'm going to create another list called media items. And we're going to use list comprehension and basically to make a list object that contains all the simple media items object. And this will be an upload token. Okay. And here I can say for token in tokens. And if I print new media item, new media items. Oops. New media items. And that's going to give me a list with all the simple media items put together, so inside a single list. Now we have that, so we can just make a request body, and this will be new media items, and we'll provide the new media items list, and that's it. Now we can upload to our Google Photo account. Okay, so here we're not getting any error back. So if I go back and search for my image from the most recently add, I refresh my page, and what's my photo? Let me see. Alright, so I'm going to pause real quick and I'll come back. I'm going to troubleshoot to figure out what's going on. Alright, so I'm back, and so I figured out the issue here. Let me delete these two photos. So the issue was that inside the function, and before I was using image. So if when I created the image object, I'm actually opening just the image file, and the image file is nowhere to be found within the function, and it should be image underscore path. And in the open method, will look for the image path and open the image file and store them as a binary. So that was the issue. But once I fixed that, everything works just fine. So let's try again. So I fixed the function. Now if I rerun the entire statement, and now the whole upload process is complete. And before I delete those two photos, if I refresh my album, my account, and here's the sky tower image as well as the sunset image. So this concludes the media items resource lesson. For the next video, I'll cover how to use the share album resource.